we'll just start. Alright, so I'm back. Someone suggested I set up a proper blog, so here's that. This is Corey. Started the blog because weird stuff was happening. I banned, I had to tell someone. Apparently someone is the entire internet. Enjoy, I guess. Anyway, it seems that a few of you want to hear about some of our monster mishaps, and I am nothing of, if not a people pleaser, so here you go. Also, we're still at home, and if I don't look busy, Brian is going to drag me into some feng shui remodel of our shitty apartment, which I admit I wouldn't mind him doing, but I'm not getting suckered into moving a bunch of furniture to make up for his noodle arms. Okay? Therefore, I give you the thing in the basement of that venue in Chicago. That's a working title. Okay. On the surface, there was nothing unusual about this place, which I'm withholding the name of because I don't want to be legally responsible if some wannabe monster hunter reads this and goes down there to harass the venue owners. Okay? Or worse, actually finds the thing. Anyway, it was kind of a little hole in the wall club, nothing extraordinary. The stage was about the size of a broom closet. Kaleb, Brian, and I had of like 3 feet between everyone's gear and falling into the crowd, and Savannah's drum kit was shoved so far back that you could barely see her. Plus, the whole place shook when people jumped into the pit, and I didn't feel comfortable encouraging that as much as I normally would. The green room, meanwhile, was downstairs. It wasn't all that appealing to hang out in. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was a repurposed laundry room with just a couple of armchairs, a small couch, and about half of what was on our rider. Why is the dog kind of glowing? She has nice tattoos back there. Oh. Apparently, no one at the venue had wanted to entertain my request specifically for red Sour Patch Kids. They're the best ones, fight me. Green's better. So I was stuck running around in the back for them. I was sitting on one of those couches, scavenging for red Sour Patches while thumbing through a book I picked up at some Midwestern truck stop about haunted places in America. Unsurprisingly, the house where we accidentally obtained the thief didn't make the list. The rest of my band lurked in various other corners of the room. Savannah and Kaleb were engaged in a heated game of Super Smash Bros. Oh, I see the switches, I guess that's why. And Brian was parked in one of those chairs reading some trashy hipster magazine. Thief was relaxing on the floor, as much as a ghost can. Oh, the dog was a ghost. Okay, I was wondering why he was like blowing a little bit. I'm still unclear on whether he actually sleeps or what, but that's what it looked like he was doing. Suddenly he picked his head up and tilted it, one ear raised slightly as he blinked a few times. Then his lips pulled back into a snarl. Brian and I looked up from our reading material, and Savannah and Kaleb paused their game.
Hey, thief,
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, they talk, okay. Kaleb got up and took a few steps toward him. Thief stood, barked once, and took off through the wall of the green room. Oh, I guess because he's a ghost he can do that.
Hey, wait!
Okay. Kaleb sprinted out the door after him, because I guess he can't sprint through walls. The rest of us watched as he disappeared down the hall. Okay, she does have some pretty neat tattoos, eagle and stuff on his chest. I'm pretty sure that would like hurt a lot.
Should we go with him?
Probably.
Yeah. Savannah sighed, pushing herself off the couch.
Who knows what he'll get into?
Only, the dog knows. Brian rolled his eyes, but put down whatever vegan mustache wax article he was reading and followed us out the door. Now it's a vegan mustache wax article, okay. The three of us followed Kaleb down the hallway and found him standing at the end of it, staring at a door for employees only.
Where'd he go? In there.
Kaleb pointed at the door, which had handwritten employees only sign taped to it. He tried the doorknob and it was locked.
So, do we ask the venue guys for a key, or...
I mean, we could.
And tell them what? Our ghost pet phased through the door and disappeared in there?
Or maybe we were playing the game of pick the, what do they call it, a hockey puck, and it slid under the door or something like that? Maybe?
Just leave it. He'll come back eventually. It's probably just a storage closet or something.
We can only hope.
But what if he doesn't?
Then oh well.
It was meant to be and he can stay here. Good riddance.
I mean, it's a ghost dog. What can you do? Oh, she has a dragon tattoo on her leg. That's pretty dope. Kaleb looked like a kicked puppy and Savannah punched Brian in the arm.
Look, if he doesn't turn up, we'll find a way in there later. Come on. We're on in a few minutes.
Yeah, that we are. Somewhat reluctantly, Kaleb follows us back to the green room. That's pretty neat. The show went off only a few hitches, I guess. We had some weird feedback issues, and there was this strange clicking noise that the sound guy kept blaming us for. We kept blaming him for because neither of us knew what was going on. So yeah, let's just blame each other instead of finding the real issue. That solves everything. These house audio guys are super hit and miss. Sometimes they're actual professionals, and sometimes there's somebody's cousin whose sound engineering resume consists of their high school play and graduation party or two, but we can't afford to hire our own to bring out yet. We can't even afford a tour manager, so Savannah and I kind of split that job. I make sure everyone is where they need to be, when they need to be there. And she handles all the finances, including shaking down the promoters for our money and arguing with them about what percentage of the merch sales they were supposed to get. She usually wins. Of course, our merch sales weren't exactly stellar, considering that we changed the band name halfway through the tour, and now had a bunch of shirts and stickers with the wrong name. But we idiots did nothing about the consequences of that decision. Oh well. We did hang out at the merch table for a while after our set. We managed to smooth our way into a few sales by signing some autographs and taking selfies with a small handful of people who were actually excited to see us. I recognized a couple of them from other cities and had to wonder how far they'd driven. See, I could never do that. One show and done. I can't be traveling like that. Our fan base may be small, but I guess I'm glad we have one. There's more than a lot of hopeful musicians wind up, but our fan base may be small, but I guess I'm glad we have one. There's more than a lot of hopeful musicians wind up with. I admit I'm still getting used to total strangers knowing who I am, still, and it makes me a little nervous. I've heard some real horror stories from other bands about stalkers and the like. Not to mention that I'm terrified to accidentally offend someone and incur the wrath of the internet. The price of fame, I guess. That's fun, it's always fun. Anyway, speaking of consequences of poor decisions, Cecil hasn't returned to the green room, where we filled back in at the end of the night. Kaleb poked around the room, checking behind couches and under tables for any sign of his pet. I don't know how you get a pet ghost dog, that's kind of weird.
Okay, can we ask for a key to that room now? I still don't know what you expect us to tell them.
Someone gotta have a good excuse.
I don't know, but we can't just leave them.
Sure we can.
Brian just doesn't want the dog at all.
Or we could just pick the lock.
Savannah's like, yeah, let's just break and entering. We all looked at her.
Do you know how to do that?
Of course.
Okay, Savannah. She extracted the hairpin from her hair. I wonder if that hairpin stuff actually works, because I see it in the movies all the time. But I don't know if it actually works to, like, pick locks in reality.
Wait, what about that time we locked ourselves out of the van and had to break a window?
Different kind of lock. Didn't have a clothes hanger.
Ah.
Come on.
We all watched curiously as Savannah fiddled with the lock on the employee door. It was pretty quiet at this point in the night. The venue was empty and other vans were gone. Finally, the door swung open with a creak. Inside was a set of stairs leading down.
I thought we were already in the basement.
I guess not.
We are. I guess there's a sub-basement?
The basement's basement.
Right, because that's totally a thing normal buildings have.
What do you think is down there?
Only one way to find out.
True. Savannah flipped on her phone flashlight and began to march down the stairs. Kaleb hurried after her.
I'm really not sure that's a good idea.
Oh, she's already gone. She got like more tattoos on her leg I can't quite see.
Yeah, remember what happened last time we wandered into a dark, creepy place that we clearly weren't supposed to be in?
Fine. You wusses stay up there, and we'll go find the damn dog.
Well, she's supposed. Brian and I looked at each other.
She's never going to let us live it down if we stay up here.
Nope.
I know. Why do we always have to do this shit?
He started down the stairs after them. I followed, flipping on my flashlight as well. I didn't see a light switch at the bottom at the top of the stairs, and was hoping for one at the bottom, but the bottom was nowhere to be found. We hit a landing and the stairs turned to face the other direction. Then another where they reversed again. Might as well keep going. We decided to keep walking, descending another set of stairs. Keep going. Another landing, another stairwell. It was starting to get really chilly. Jeez, okay, keep going. There was still no sign of a light switch or any sign of a bottom as we took another flight down. Okay, last time after that, we're going back. Swung my flashlight around with everything other than the stairs were all shrouded in darkness. Continued our descent.
Okay, how the long are these stairs?
Too long.
This is gonna take forever to get back up. Also, where are we?
I think I see the bottom.
Huh. He shined his light over Savannah's head. Sure enough, the last set of stairs put us at a solid ground, but there was still no light switch to be found, or a nearby wall for that matter.
Real talk, how deep are we?
Too deep, I guess. Brian squinted into the darkness.
This has to be like stories below the ground. This is not a normal basement.
Nope.
Deep enough that there's no cell service.
Crazy. I'll go back up now. I held my useless phone in the air.
That's our luck.
We're looking for a ghost dog. Nothing about this is normal.
Thief! Hey, thief! Here, boy!
Before we could shush him, we heard a bark in the distance. It echoed around the chamber a bit. We exchanged glances and began walking towards the sound. Walls were still nowhere in sight, and the floor was a little bit more than packed dirt. There was another bark every 10 or 20 seconds, allowing us to reorient ourselves in the right direction. We followed the sound of the barking. Well, I forgot my headphones, so. Right? Straight? Left? More left? Straight? Realized looking back that it was just not the smartest idea anymore, that going down the stairs in the first place was. Put it in our bad decision tab.
Guys, are we going to find the stairs again?
We'll just go back the way we came.
Okay, can you tell me which way that is?
It's...
Didn't realize I couldn't see anything, I had no idea.
That's what I thought.
There was another bark and we kept moving towards it for a lack of a better option.
It really doesn't seem like we're getting any closer.
This place is a straight-up cavern.
Yeah. Brian shined the flashlight around to either side. He almost dropped his phone when he shined it above us.
Oh, what the?
What is... Oh, holy sh...
There was something hanging from the ceiling directly above our heads. A handful of shiny, wet black eyes stared, well, not stared, but blinked at us and pointed tongue down, hung down from something that was halfway between the jaw and the mandible. Solid, but with rows of squarish, human-like teeth on either side. The creature clicked them together once or twice, then launched itself off of the ceiling and landed with a thud on the ground behind us. We spun around, the beams from our flashlight shaking as we began backing away. Now that it was on the ground, I could see that the thing body was a little bit more than a large, round, black fuzzball. Long hair hung off of it and swished back and forth when it moved. Its legs were, as stated in the previous story, somewhere between spiral legs and tentacles. They were thicker, close to the body, and the joints were sort of rounded, but there were variable joints, visible. However, they had rolls and what looked like suckers along the undersides. Thing clicked its teeth at us again and took a step forward. We continued shuffling backwards when a familiar bark sounded again. Thief peered in between us and the creature, wagging his tail and crouching down, playfully looking expectantly at the monster.
Thief, get away from there!
He's already dead! How much worse could it get?
I don't want to take that chance! Come here, Thief!
Thief, in true untrained puppy fashion, completely ignored them and hopped side to side, woofing occasionally at the monster. Creature in turn blinked down at Thief with all of its eyes that made a wiggling motion and also began hopping side to side, keeping low to the ground. Thief began extra excited and began running circles around the monster, periodically trying to nip at its feet. The monster continued to wiggle and click excitedly, its long fur swishing around as it and Thief took turns chasing each other around the room.
Are they playing?
Yes, they're playing.
Well, it sure doesn't look like fighting.
The dog and the spider thing continued their game for another few minutes before seeming to tire each other out and return to where we were standing. He sat down in front of Kaleb, tail still swinging, and the creature spun around once before, shaking itself out and clicking happily, flopping its abdomen down on the floor with a thud.
Does this mean you're ready to go?
He looked up and barked at one, his tongue hanging out of his mouth as usual. Kaleb slowly bent down, picked Thief up, never taking his eyes off the spider, which was now sitting calmly and watching us with some curiosity.
So, how do we get out of here?
Big question. At that, the creature perked up and we instantly stepped back as it got to his feet and began making its way towards us, feet making a soft tapping noise on the dirt. However, it scuttled right past us, stopped on the opposite side, and looked back expectantly, clicking a few times. So I guess it's gonna lead us back out of here?
I think it wants us to follow it.
Is that really a good idea?
What other option do we have?
Got any better ones?
No.
Then, we're following the giant fuzzy spider.
Reluctantly, we began following Spiderpus. Still couldn't see much, so we walked close together until we finally the stairs came into view. I guess the point is any to save. And go back to the main menu. Okay, this is PlayDead. Case number 2, Spiderpus and the Screeching Weasels. I'm happy they have like actual voice actors for this, so it's pretty dope. But yes, I will link this below if y'all want to give this a shot. Of course, like, comment, subscribe if you choose to do so. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and y'all give the game, a little look-see. So yeah, I will see y'all next one.